Hello, guys, and welcome to Workouts for Older Men Live. I am 𝗕𝗢𝗡𝗨𝗦. So glad you are joining me here today. Hey, I'm just coming on for a quick minute. I want to talk about how to improve lagging body parts. I don't care how well your training is going. I don't care how many people compliment you. There's always a higher and higher level to your fitness, building muscle, losing body fat. And if we're going to do this, why don't we do it all the way? If you're a man who has that mentality, that approach to everything you do, and so whether you've been training for 2 months, 2 years, 2 decades with your workouts, if you're going to do this, you want to take it all the way. You want to know what's possible. So the question is how to improve lagging body parts. I've got lots of lagging body parts, all right? We don't necessarily just display them all the time, right? But, I don't have traps, there's certain exercise you see guys do, and they just have these big traps that just bulge out where, mine are flat. Sweep on quads. I mean, from the side, my legs look huge, but as far as sweep is concerned, I have body parts that don't match each other. I don't have one of those big upper chests that are round and full at the top. Not particularly wide, right? So, just like everybody, I've got my imperfections, right? Nobody's body is perfect, right? But there's a lot of things you can do to improve lagging body parts, and there's things you can't do. And it's important you know the game so you know how to direct your energy. So I had a post, and you can scroll down here on this Facebook page, and I talked about 3 things that you can do to improve lagging body parts, right? And I had a bonus tip that I had a gentleman comment, hey, can you expand more on the bonus tip? So let me tell you how to improve lagging body parts. All right, so the first one is really improve your mind-muscle connection. That when you're working your lagging body part, let's just say it's arms, it's biceps, right? On entry level, just getting to the gym consistently, sometimes a challenge for us older guys, right? And then once we get to the gym, we work that into life, we do that consistently, right? Then we have to have a workout routine. And there's so many workout routines. How do you feel certain that workout routine is the best for you? I know you're shifting through a lot of things. Hello, Robin. Great to have you here. All right. So then after you feel somewhat certain of the routine is going to work for you, then you got to put that effort in, every single day, right? Push it as much as you can. So sometimes just moving the barbell or the dumbbell for, let's just say, arms from point A to point B. There's so many things it takes to make this whole fitness, this whole working out thing a part of your everyday life. A lot of times that's where a lot of men start. And for years, they're doing far better than most, checking off boxes, getting to the gym, doing it consistently, right? But they never think about it, is that you don't want to just move the dumbbell, the barbell from point A to point B when you're doing arms or any exercise, right? You got to really concentrate on that targeted muscle group doing the majority of the work. If you just tell your mind, hey, move it from point A to point B, get the curl up. Might use a little bit of back, shoulders, whatever, all right? And you won't put as much direct stimulation, tension, right, on the direct muscle group that you're working. So you really got to concentrate that, not just that you're moving from point A to point B. You really want to concentrate that targeted muscle group is doing the bulk of the work, all right? So you want to make sure you have that mind-muscle connection. The key to building more muscle, right, improving that body part is you want to force it to grow. And, when we're older, we really got to fight hard to make sure that we're not going backwards, all right? So you got to have progressive overload. You always got to challenge yourself to more. You can't, just show up at the gym consistently, and you can't just even worry about just mind-muscle connection. You got to do that and strive for more. 1 more rep, 5 more pounds. Take you to a higher level. Demand yourself. Half a rep, right, is more than just stopping, right? Demand yourself more. I always talk about, after a while, you can't just progress, add 5 more pounds, 5 more pounds, 5 more pounds every week. Not even 1 more rep. You'll challenge yourself so much that that's going to top out for a while. So Progressive overload might be if you did 3 different exercises for your arms in this case. You did 3 sets each, so a total of 9 sets. It might be 2 or 3 reps better over those 9 sets. Okay, for that bicep workout, 3 different exercises, 3 sets each. Over 9 sets, having 3 more reps. Maybe 2 in the last one, 1 in the first one, whatever. Over 9 sets, just 3 more reps. That would work as progressive overload. Always striving for more. It's important to build as much muscle as possible. Just because an exercise is for the bicep, let's say, or any body part, we're going to be better at certain exercises. We want to be great at all of them, but sometimes, we're just naturally suited. Some we just have a challenge. So you want to do a variety of exercises to make sure that you're using the one that really hits that targeted muscle group. There's something about it. You have good form, feel, and execution. You're more confident, so you can challenge yourself to more weights. Those are the best things that you can do to improve 7 body parts. That just sounds like basic training. The bonus tip that I talked about, and I want to talk about a little bit more, is know the difference between what you can work on and push and build more muscle to improve that lagging body part. What's maybe not neglected, how to take that training to the next level, hitting it directly, versus your genetic disposition. How the muscle is shaped, your genetic disposition. When I talked about, my traps being a weak point compared to the rest of my body, they're just not shaped like other men. They don't just start and go up to my ears or whatever. I don't care how much I train. I will not change my shape, my genetic disposition, right? Just like, there aren't any special exercises. Those who are blessed, they just were able to maximize it, right? So you got to know the difference. And we all have to make the best out of what we can, right? If you, a lot of times, guys want, hey, how can I get that peak on my bicep? It's not just a matter of concentration curls, whatever you hear, right? I'm not saying that's your shape, but you got to maximize it. Here's another thing, get as lean as possible too. Maybe you have more of a peak than you think. It's just being smoothed out with too much body fat, right? But you got to know the difference, right? If the best bodybuilders in the world who've been doing this for 20 years, taking all kinds of drugs or whatever that they're doing to be the best, trust me, their upper chest is shaped that way because their genetic disposition, hopefully they maximize it. But it's not because they didn't know about pullovers or they didn't catch that exercise that was supposedly so good to work the upper chest that some 25-year-old had on TikTok. It isn't like they've been doing this for 20 years at the highest level and they didn't hear about that exercise that 25-year-old TikTok had for the upper chest. Oh my God, you mean I could have just done that and changed the shape of a chest like Arnold or a peak like Arnold or whoever? Right? You got to know the difference between you could be doing the best you can, and you're never going to change that genetic position. But again, we all have strength and weakness, so we can always maximize the amount of muscle that we have with the type of training that I talk about, and you can get lean enough to display it in a way. And when it all averages out, you should have a physique that you're proud of, even with the body parts that are stubborn. You left it all on the floor, being the best you can be. All right. Hey, there's a perfect example of you can be frustrated. You can be doing everything you can, and you think that, I don't know, if you ate this way or you trained this way, whatever your challenge it would be to lose that last 30 pounds. All right. And you just think because you want it, and maybe you heard it on a 25-year-old's website or something like that, they're really doing all you can. Right. But you think that you come faster or easier, or you just can't find an exercise where there's no exercise to do that, right? That frustration, confusion, and overwhelm, that it could be over a lot of different areas as you're trying to master that. You're just assuming that you can just outwork it, outthink it, find the answer, and you're never finding, you're never changing it because you don't know what to expect. No one took the time to explain to you what isn't possible for the human body. And I don't mean to be negative. Just what we all have to work around. You may not, hopefully, let me know in the comment section if it gave you perspective that you never really considered. You thought you were just missing something in all these years of training or all these months of training and all your search on the internet. But now you have a reality check. Now you can move forward with more certainty and confidence, and the process should be a lot more enjoyable. If you're a man, you're a little bit older, you got a busy, productive life, you're doing this for a couple of years, you've been improving, you look way better than most men your age, but you just know you can look better. Could you? I don't know. Probably. Right? I want you to reach out to me for one-on-one coaching. Right? Let me help you identify what you need to do, exactly what you need to do, why you need to do it, what's possible and what's not possible. And I don't need to be negative. So you can move forward with certainty and confidence, feeling in control, get rid of the frustration, confusion, and overwhelm that a lot of men think. I could get you to know exactly what to do. I can sell you so you're confident moving forward, so you put that effort into it and for a long enough period of time, and I'll help you expect what you need to expect from your efforts, right? So when you're winning the game, you know it. If you need to make adjustments, you know it, right? And for those of you who maybe need a little bit more than just strategies, that's a big deal to feel certain and confident, but you want some accountability, right? So you make sure you do what you've invested in coaching with me in your time, and now you're accountable to do what you've learned. And when you do that for a long enough period of time, like for 12 weeks, you'll have maybe something you're challenged with, frustrated with this fitness thing. You'll have it in the way you want to feel, the confidence that you want to have now that you've taken care of maybe other areas of your life. Maybe you don't have any other areas of your life, and you want to make sure that this body, at least you have that, where you have everything else. Now you want to have the body, whatever it is, to build muscle, lose body fat, whatever reasons that's important to you. You don't have time for trial and error, especially when you have me. So reach out. I'll post my information. You'll click a link to this video. You can see all about my one-on-one coaching and how I'll take you step by step through the process to educate you, to have you feel certain and confident what you're doing, to have the expectation to know how long you should do it, right? So you have this for the rest of your life. So you only have to watch videos like mine, all right, just for motivation, right? Right, so that's going to do it for this Workouts for Older Men Live. Hey, reach out. Watch my morning Perspective for Older Men, where I talk about our life experience, make more excitement and adventure from this day forward with my Perspective for Older Men. 3 minutes a day is all I ask. 3 minutes a day, right? So in addition to getting the body you want, right, to get the mindset moving forward that you want and need, right? Again, that's going to do it. Let's take on the day with a sense of urgency. We have to when we're a little bit older. We've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Have a great day. Hey, post your questions down below too. Hey, Chester, doctor's appointment today. Blood pressure is excellent. And my doc told me I'm one of the most fit patients. Real boost to my confidence. That is so awesome. And Guy, let him know you came to me a couple 3 years ago, right? We spent some time together, got you straight on everything you needed to do. Still need to do the work, but just work on what you needed to and validate what you're doing right. Learn what you need to do right. And then you can just get rid of all the distracting information that you hear. All right. Reggie, love following you. You are an inspiration. I'm 57. How old are you? I'll be 61 years old next month, Reggie. But I'm so glad you're here. Hey, if you're new and you're watching this replay version, say hello. We're getting a lot of new people, right? I think my reels are catching on, and people are wondering who that guy is, that 60-year-old guy training. So if you're new, let me know. I'm so glad you're here. Make sure you go to skiplacour.com often. Sign up for my email tips too. All right, guys. Take care. Thanks for showing up.